Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna. Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. I'm sure it feels like a long time since you last heard that from me. Once again, welcome to another matchday preview involving Arsenal Football Club again. In a big game, I'm going to be previewing possibly the game of the season. Arsenal v Manchester City. Mikel Arteta v Pep Guardiola. The Gunners versus the Citizens. I mean, it can't get any bigger than that. And for me, it's a game that we must win because our neighbours down the road have gone top of the league under Mr. Angelo Postecoglou. I thought I had to get that one in there. Right, before I get into the whole shebang, just remember to show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance, yeah? Make sure that you share this channel virally all over the globe, yeah? Especially to your friends and your relatives. If you're watching me on this platform for the first time ever, welcome on board. Just make sure you share this channel all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And tell your friends and relatives to share this channel amongst their friends and relatives, no matter where you're from, what race you are, age, etc., etc. Just share the love, yeah? The comment section, if you got an opinion, score prediction for tomorrow's game, you want to tell me how confident you are Arsenal are going to win the game or not, so confident, leave it in the comment section below where positive feedback belongs. And as I said a number of times, yeah, just keep it respectful, but be nice, yeah? And lastly, subscribe to the channel. Smash the subscribe button, people. What are you waiting for? I've asked for over 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, maybe beginning of the new year. So get subscribing to the channel, yeah? Smash that sub button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately for me. Otherwise, let's get into it, yeah? Last season's game, we started off brightly. I think we were the better team in the first half, created the better chances, but we had a striker called Eddie Nketiah. Well, we do have a striker called Eddie Nketiah, the same guy who missed 3 gilt-edged chances. Man City have a chance presented to them by Takahiro Tomiyasu. He clearly wasn't thinking straight, and that led to De Bruyne producing a fine finish. Now, speaking of De Bruyne, he will not be playing in this game because he's injured, and Rodri will be suspended. So, therefore, for me, it gives us an opportunity, but it's an opportunity that we could fail to catch. And I say that because our manager is overplayed Bukayo Saka, and for me, he's a serious doubt for this game. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He should have rested him for the Lens game. He should have played. He should have taken him off at half time. I should not have seen Saka in the second half of that Bournemouth game last weekend. And now we've got ourselves a dilemma. We're without Martinelli. We're without Thomas Partey, key players, you know, who can make a difference. But Bukayo Saka, if he's injured, then we're lightweight on the wings, and he's got Reece Nelson at his disposal, but he doesn't trust him, and that tells me he doesn't rate him. So Fabio Vieira plays on the left. He will not once beat the left back of Man City, whoever that will be, whether that will be Guardiola or Nathan Ake. If we ain't got Martinelli, who's going to take on Kyle Walker? Trossard would be the obvious option, but he ain't going to have the pace to run away from Kyle Walker. Not many wingers do have the pace to run away from Kyle Walker. Let's get it real. But that being said, I'm going to go into the starting 11 that I would go with. So in goal, David Raya. I'm still going to continue with David Raya, despite what happened in midweek. Yes, he was at fault for the first goal. He played a hospital pass to Tomiyasu, and we paid the price for it. But other than that, I can't blame him for the second goal. But I'm still going to go with David Raya. Oh, and believe me, he might be a very busy goalkeeper. So David Raya in goal. The back four, Benjamin White for me. I'm going to go with Benjamin White for the simple fact is he has been brilliant from last season, and he hasn't done too badly this season. And last weekend, he got a goal that he deserved for his brilliant performance away to Bournemouth in that game. Consistently brilliant overall. I can't fault him. I mean, his partnership and his understanding with Saka on the right-hand side is there for all to see. Benjamin White. I'm going to go with William Saliba, one of the two centre-half pairings. The reason why I'm going with Saliba is because he has been consistently a Rolls Royce. Yes, the second goal, he could have done a lot better for that second goal. He could have, for me, he could have done enough to prevent the winner from Eli Wahi, whatever his name is. Other than that, I didn't think he had too much of a bad game. I do trust him as our main centre-half. I think he's our best centre-half at the club. That's not taking anything away from his centre-half partner. And I'm going to go on to him right now. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. I mean, in his first season, he was our best centre-half. And there's no denying, there's no arguing with that stat, with that factor. I think he is solid. I think he was solid last week. Didn't have the best of games against Lens, but you can still depend on him. He's always going to be a powerhouse of a centre half. Left-footed, good in the air. His reading the game is brilliant at times, and there's times where he does have his moments where he gives the ball away in dangerous situations, in dangerous areas, and puts us in a dangerous situation. But that being said, he does recover well, and he stands up to any challenges, whether physical attacking players to quick pacey players. He stands up to it, and he don't shy away from any responsibility. So that's Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães alongside William Saliba. Left back. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I'm going to go with Takehiro Tomiyasu. It's a big responsibility. I don't think City are going to be so strong on the wings, but I don't know who they play on the wing. Phil Foden, I think he'll be up for that battle. Not Tomiyasu must start in this game. I feel that Phil Foden is going to be asked to play on the left. If not, it might be Doku, but Doku will go up against Ben White, and I do trust Ben White. But if Phil Foden starts, I would like to go with Tomiyasu. I think he's the man for the big occasion and the big job. And I can't see any reason why Tomiyasu shouldn't start this game at left back. He's been solid when called upon, good in the air, and he offers us a different perspective in the defensive area. And defensively, you would depend on him more than Zinchenko. I'm sorry, I can't have Zinchenko in this game. So no Zinchenko. I'm going to go Tomiyasu. All right, the midfield three. This is going to be a tough one here. I will go with Declan Rice in the pivot role. He's a good DM. I think he is the complete DM, as once Graham Brooks says on his interview, and I agree with him. He is the complete DM. I will go with him, and for me, I feel that he's going to have a big impact in this game, especially with the way Man City want to control the game in the midfield. I will go with, on the right-hand side of him, I will go with Martin Odegaard. I can trust him more because he plays well at home. He's always performed terrifically well at home. I think he's at his best when he's playing at home in a big game, then away from home in a big game. But for me, I would expect Martin Odegaard to start this game. Not that I expect it, not what I expect, but I will go with Martin Odegaard in this game. He is our club captain. His performance as as if as I can't even get my words out properly. Yeah, his performance are as if he leads by example. As of he performs as of someone who plays, someone who leads the team on to victory. I feel that Martin Odegaard has got so much to offer. I think he needs the ball in dangerous areas. He needs to get in between the midfield and their defence to affect the game. His work rate, obviously, that's the bare minimum, but you can see that his work rate when he performs, he does it with an intensity, and the intensity is going to be key to getting the result against Manchester City tomorrow afternoon. Right, the midfielder on the left-hand side to him will be Jorginho. I feel Jorginho needs to start this game. I feel that we need another attacking outlet. Nah, forget about Jorginho. He's on the bench. I'm going to have Emil Smith-Rowe instead of Kai Havertz in this game. Even though I see our manager starting Kai Havertz in this game. For me, Emil Smith-Rowe in this game, you need players who are going to be quick with passing with the ball at their feet, passing the ball at their feet. You're going to need someone who can run at the defenders directly. And Emil Smith-Rowe is that midfielder who can get the ball and make something happen out of nothing. For me, he hasn't been starting games. He's been used as caution due to the fact that he's picked up injuries. But I feel that he will start this. I feel that he should start this game tomorrow. Right, the front three. Right wing forward, I'm going to go with Reiss Nelson. This is his opportunity to show us what he really is made of. He's up against the treble winners, European champions, Premier League champions. He may be the one to have a go at, let's say, Nathan Ake or Guardiola at left back. But it's a big opportunity for him to shine. Left wing forward, Leandro Trossard. I feel that he will start this game tomorrow, and I will start him in this game knowing that we haven't got no Martinelli on the left. We haven't got Bukayo Saka on the right. So we're going to be, it feels like, well, I won't say paceless, but we're going to be lacking that spark. But again, if Trossard turns up in this game, his quality can prove the difference between the two teams. Up top, Gabriel Jesus. Without a shadow of a doubt, he starts the game in the middle for me. We're not putting Eddie Nketiah up top and for Jesus to start on the left. It won't work for me, and it didn't work in that Tottenham game, and it showed in that second half. For me, Gabriel Jesus up top. For me, that's where he's at his best. Right, the midfield. Midfield. That's my starting 11 sorted out. Let's go through the 9 substitutions. On the bench, Aaron Ramsdale for me. Some class him as Arsenal's number 1, or you can class him as Arsenal's number 2. I would still stick with David Raya. He's done nothing wrong to be dropped. He's kept 3 clean sheets in his last 4 or 5 games, so he's had a pretty good run. With Aaron Ramsdale, he just has to push himself to the limit, to the point where Arteta sees that he can trust him to come back in goal. But for me, Aaron Ramsdale starts on the bench. Substitute number 2, Jakub Koviar, centre half who can occupy as a left back for me. Waiting patiently. We've got 2 right backs starting this game, which I've gone with, because I know Tomiyasu has ability to play at left back as well as right back and even as centre half. So I've gone with Jakub Kovia on the bench. For the simple fact is, there's no place for him in the starting 11 due to Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhaes' form. Substitute number 3, Alexander Zinchenko. If you're asking Zinchenko to play this game, it's due to his ability to invert from left back to the midfield to add another number into the midfield, and him doing that, him playing it at left back. Let's put it this way: he can invert into the midfield, give us another option, and that frees him. Well, that gives us the numbers game in our favour in the midfield battle, where you have number the other midfielders, we face. But defensively, can you rely on him to perform miracles? I have to say no. So for me, Zinchenko plays. Well, he starts on the bench for me. Substitute number 4, Mohamed Elneny. I mean, he's a guy who's reliable. If he gets the ball at his feet, he's safe. He's safe with his passing. Can do the work defensively as well. I think he's very much underrated. Substitute number 5, Thomas Partey for me. I mean, I would start him if he's declared fit, but because of the injuries, I'll have him on the bench for the game against Man City. Substitute number 6, Fabio Vieira. He's done not too badly when starting or coming off from the bench, and for me, he could be possibly pushing Martin Odegaard for that number 10 spot, because I feel that there is a player in that area. But the way Martin Odegaard's carried his form on from last season, I can only have Fabio Vieira on the bench. Substitute number 7, Bukayo Saka. Now, if he's fit, I'd start him, but because he's not fit, I think there's a reason for having him. Oh, excuse me. There's a reason for me not starting him in this game, just for the risk of injury. So for me, I'm going to have him on the bench. Substitute number. Let's say substitute number 7. Substitute number 8. Who would I have as substitute number 8? This is a difficult one here. Jorginho. Jorginho will come on as substitute number 8 for me. I feel that he's got, obviously, an experienced midfield player. He would know exactly how to apply himself in this big game against Man City and other big games as well. But I don't feel that he's competent enough to start this game. Substitute number 9, Eddie Nketiah. I have to start with Eddie Nketiah on the bench. Jesus, the better man up top. He brings you more into the game than Eddie Nketiah would. So Eddie Nketiah on the bench. So the starting 11's all done, and now my substitution bench is sorted out. Now, guys, I would like to know which team and which subs bench you would go with. Leave it in the comment section below. Other than that, it's always a pleasure to produce these videos with you guys. Share my passion and my love for Arsenal Football Club with you guys. Other than that, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last. I thank you so much for putting up with me, as you already do, as you always do. So do look after your friends, do look after your families, and make sure you look after yourself, which is more important. More peace, more love, more blessings again. As your host, your guy himself, the one and only Truly. We're going to talk again, yeah? Just remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please, just always be nice to your loved ones, yeah? And I do mean be nice, especially to the people that you care about. Cheers.